This is the ultimate guide on how to go from skinny fat vegan to fit vegan in 2023. A lot of vegans are struggling with this type of body because just the way they're eating and the way they're moving. And I've been seeing this over the past 5 years in coaching over 1,000 vegans going from skinny fat to fit in my coaching program, vegancoaching.com. I want to lay it on you in this video. I want to tell you exactly what to do, A to Z, to go from skinny fat to fit, because it's not as easy as you might think. For example, going from overweight to fit is a pretty straightforward approach, but going from a skinny fat body where you hold most of your fat in your stomach, you don't have that much muscle definition, but you're also not really overweight, it takes a bit of a different approach. So over the past few years, I've been able to find the nuances that you gotta pay attention to if you want to transform yourself from a skinny fat to a fit body. And also, you gotta do it, not just for looks, not just about looking good on the beach or with your partner or whatever it might be. That's a great reason to do it, but also you gotta transform yourself because the visceral fat, which is the fat that you hold in your stomach around your organs, is the unhealthiest fat that you can have. The dangerous part of this fat is that it has been linked to heart disease, it's been linked to type 2 diabetes, it's been linked to high cholesterol, certain cancers, and even stroke as well. So yes, it's about the looks, but it's also about taking care of your health in the long term. Now, what can I talk about this? On the one side, because I went through this myself, I exactly had the same body type and now I'm thriving and fit. But also, we've been helping over 1,000 other vegans do the same as well. And I know the exact step-by-step system to get you there. Put on muscle and weight, or do you need to lose fat and weight? Which one of the ways should you go? Easy answer, lose the fat first. A lot of people think, okay, I'm skinny fat, I'm just gonna put on a bunch of muscle and it will be all good, I will look much better, and I will have a lot more muscle definition. The problem is though, when you already have extra body fat around your stomach and in general, and you then start eating more food to put on more muscle because you gotta eat in a calorie surplus to put on muscle, what will happen is you will look even squishier, even softer, and you will reach even higher body fat levels. It's very hard to lose this again. I gained so much weight, I was like, yeah, I'm putting on muscle, I'm bulking, bro, right? And then it would end up looking super soft. It took me months to get rid of the fat again, and you definitely don't want to do that. So instead, you want to lose the fat first by putting your body in a caloric deficit, eating less than you burn, and optimizing macronutrient intake. When it comes to the macronutrients, again, this depends entirely on your body and on the goals that you have, so I can't tell you the exact number. However, you don't want to do 80-10-10, you don't want to do a raw vegan diet, you don't want to have a high fat or low fat diet. What you want to do is you want to have a high protein diet, so roughly at least 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of goal body weight. Then you want to have moderate fat intake, right? So you don't want to be super low in fat. That's very unhealthy for your hormones and for your general well-being. And then you also want to have a moderate carb intake as well. So the carbs and fats, they're kinda a bit dependent on your body type and on your person. So if you are a male, for example, you will benefit from a higher carb intake. Females benefit more from a higher fat intake. Not saying you need to go low carb, but just in general, studies have shown, and also working with thousands of people has shown that women can handle fat a bit better than carbs. Males can just eat more carbs and see better results that way. And once you have your macronutrients in place, what will happen is you will start losing fat while building muscle and toning up. Because a lot of people, they might go on these crash diets and they might lose a lot of weight, but they will end up looking skinny, okay? Because they're not getting enough protein, and that will just lead to a body that you don't want. You want to lose the fat, but you also want to tone up, so that's why you want to prioritize your protein. Now, that's for the nutrition part. Now, for the training part, you want to do strength training and you need to get stronger every single week. This is mandatory. You cannot just go in there and cruise around and relax and lift a little weights, maybe some yoga here and there. No, you want to go in the gym with intention. You don't have to spend hours and days every week there, but you want to go in with the intention, increasing the reps or increasing the sets. Basically adding more stimulus to your body and to your muscle every single week. And then your body has to adapt. Your body is an adaptation machine, and whatever stimulus or resistance you put your body through, it has to adapt. If you want to go from skinny fat to fit, create a calorie deficit with your nutrition, but also push yourself in the gym, get stronger. Not just do cardio or yoga, Pilates. That will not lead to a toned physique. That's not the way to do it. And if you like to do cardio, it's great, but try to combine it with strength training to get the best of both worlds. This process would take around 3, maybe 4 months. It really depends on how much body fat you have, but you gotta be committed for at least 3 to 4 months to get rid of all the fat. Depending how big you are, you might get away with a higher deficit, so you might be able to lose weight much quicker. Sometimes you don't have that much fat to lose, but you still have a skinny fat body, then you might need to go a bit slower. A good rule of thumb for your fat loss is you want to lose around 0.5 to 1% of your current body weight per week, okay? Not more, not less. 1% is more aggressive, and 0.5% is the minimum. So if you are anywhere between there, you'll be good, and you gotta track your weight every single day and create a weekly average that you can compare week to week to see if you're making progress in that way. Now, this is the first big step. Lose the fat first. After that period, let's say you have lost the gym and you have achieved around, maybe for males, around 10 to 12% body fat, for females maybe up to like 18 to 20% body fat. Once you have achieved this number, and you can go to like a DEXA scan and get your body scan to get your body fat, or you look up online, there's all kinds of pictures on what type of body fat, what it looks like in a picture. Once you achieve this level and you feel like, hey, I've lost the body fat, I have a bit of definition in the core. Quick caveat here, disclaimer, you do not need to get shredded, okay? A lot of people think, okay, for me to go from skinny fat to fit, I need to go to 6% body fat, look like a bodybuilder. Firstly, it's not possible to look at that because they're on steroids. And secondly, you don't need to go there. Especially if you are a beginner, you probably don't have that much muscle yet. So the next stage is the most important phase. After you've lost the fat, you now go into a muscle building phase, where you're actually consciously putting on weight and consciously putting on muscle, but in a very, very slow manner. So once you've lost the fat, you are now enabled to eat more food, which is amazing.
Come on, here comes the airplane. There you go. Open into the hangar. There you go.
Michael.
Yep, eat it. Put it in your mouth and just eat it. Take
God, I hate it.
I don't care whether you hate it. You said you do it.
All right.
Eat it. Eat it.
There will be a period where you'll be eating more food, more calories, more carbs, and still looking lean. And that's where you will realize mentally, wow, food is not evil. I can have food and I can thrive. And that will, on the one side, give you a very good relationship to food. On the other side, will really set you up for success for the next phase. This is also a crucial phase because if you do this wrong or too fast, you will end up looking squishy again, because our body is unfortunately made up in a way where once we've lost a lot of fat, our body is kind of like an optimization mode where any nutrients they get, it just absorbs much better, right? Because we look back in our ancestors, if we didn't get food for a long time and we got really lean, and then we finally were able to hunt something down and eat again, our body was more efficient in taking on its energy and put on more fat storage for maybe another time where you won't be able to get food. So it's important that in this transition phase, you're very careful. You maybe even have a coach guiding you through it, and you slowly increase your calories. So you want to add more food and more carbs to your system where you are in a calorie surplus. So you might be asking yourself, hey Fritz, how much is that? Like, it really depends on your body. Again, I can't tell you exactly. A good rule of thumb is you take your current body weight in pounds, multiply it by 15, that's your daily energy expenditure, and then you either add or subtract calories. If you want to subtract calories, you're in a calorie deficit. If you add calories, you're in a calorie surplus. Now, when it comes to gaining weight, you want to be between 300 to 500 calorie surplus. Now, the one number you want to look out for is that you maximum gain 1% of your current body weight per month. Not per week, not per day. A little bit of a game, you got to play around a bit, but if you're on this 1% range per month, you're putting on muscle in a consistent way, which is not adding too much fat, because that's what you want to avoid. You lost the fat, not to put it on again, right? So that's how you transform a skinny fit body. You lose fat first, already start building some muscle, and then you go into a calorie surplus, put on muscle, and that's how you transform from looking skinny to looking muscular and looking lean. And you also have more muscle, which will in turn make your life much easier moving forward. You have a better metabolism, burn more fat, and you'll never look skinny fat again if you do it the right way. It takes a bit of time, 3 to 4 months losing the fat, and then like a solid 3 to 6 months putting on some muscle. Then you can basically do the whole cycle again if you want to, and that's how you build your body. You can definitely do it. It's possible on the vegan diet. I've done it, thousands of other vegans have done it. You just gotta do it the right way.